If you are feeling like guided meditations are no longer helpful to you and you are ready to venture inward on your own, but not quite sure how to proceed, then this is the video for you. The best thing I did for myself in my meditation practice was to take the leap from guided meditation to self-led meditation. I think it's just a natural progression for many meditation practitioners because guided meditations can only take you so far. They're a great starting point when you first start out with meditation because they provide focus and structure and they're easy to follow along. But as I became more comfortable with the practice and I gained a greater understanding of my own mind, it became very clear that the person in my ear couldn't guide me any further. In fact, they were limiting me, and so they became unnecessary. And that's when I knew I had to become my own teacher, my own guide. And I had to start following my own intuition and my own inner voice. Trust my own energy and find my own flow. While the thought of transitioning felt daunting at first, and I was unsure of my own ability, the training wheels had to come off. And that was a game changer. It gave me so much freedom, creativity, and independence in my own practice. And it allowed me to explore my own unique meditation style and deepen the connection with my own personal practice. And my practice is so much more fulfilling now. So here are the steps I took to transition from guided meditation to self-led or unguided meditation. First, I got some books. I have a video of my 5 favorite books that really gave me the confidence and know-how to start my own practice. I will link that video and those books down below. So I read those and I would follow the practices in there, and that's also how I found the techniques that I was drawn to. Then I committed to one practice I liked, breath awareness, just to keep it simple and to not overcomplicate things. I didn't worry about sitting in a certain way or holding my hands in a specific manner or finding the perfect spot to practice in. I picked one location and one time of the day. I narrowed the focus just like we do in breath awareness. So I knew exactly what, when, where, and how. And that eliminated guessing and figuring things out, and that took so much pressure off. Then I would practice and actually do the work. I think sometimes we get very caught up in the planning of all the things that we want to do, and we somehow forget to actually do the work. I would sit in bed and practice every night before going to bed. And I would set a timer for just 5 minutes. It was awkward at first. I felt I was doing it wrong. My mind was all over the place. But I kept going because I was really driven by all the results I had been seeing from the guided meditations. So in order to corral my thoughts, I would sit and count every exhale to 10. And then I would start over until my timer ran out. And eventually it became easier, my mind became less messy, and I dropped the counting. Things were also starting to feel more intuitive, and I would sit longer and I found my flow. And when you find yourself in flow, technique kind of falls away and you find yourself immersed in your inner world. You're not prodding and digging to find things to fix. You're just paying attention and noticing without reacting and without judging. And you're kind of just tending to it, lovingly nurturing and growing over here, and also pruning and releasing over here. All while being anchored in the present moment by your breath. And to this day, I sit in bed and meditate before I go to sleep for about an hour now. It's the part of my nighttime routine that I look most forward to. Another thing that really helped me was journaling. Huge. Here I could really see my progress, find out what worked, what didn't, and adjust my practice accordingly. Really investigate the things that bubbled up during practice. So journaling was major, and it's such a great tool in general for healing, growing, and discovering. The benefits are just compounding and deepening at this point. I'm not even sure how to explain it. I will never not meditate. I just wish I had discovered it sooner. If guided meditations are still helpful to you, then stay with it. There's no need to push yourself into something that you're not ready for. You will know when and if the time is right. And maybe guided or silent meditation is not right for you at all. If you have experienced something very difficult, have unresolved trauma, or it's painful for you to be alone with your thoughts, then work with your healthcare provider and find out what's right for you. I'm not a doctor or a mental health professional. I'm not telling you what to do. I am just sharing my experience here. I have a meditation circle here on my channel where we practice meditation, mindfulness, presence, and stillness. We actually do the work in those sittings. The idea with these sittings is not to be another guided meditation, but my goal is to guide us to a place of stillness and presence, and then I will hold space for you to do your thing. It's just nice to have a community where we can share our experience and learn from each other. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if this resonates with you. I would love to have you in that space with me. Please also like this video if you found it helpful. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time.